Good morning. How are you? The concept and metrics of intellectual capital are born from strategic management and economic value creation. It is strategic, crucial for the success of society. On our daily life, we construct a knowledge by relying on three epistemologies. Epistemology is a branch of philosophy that studies how we construct knowledge. The three most important epistemologies are empiricism, subjective idealism, and realism. We rely on empiricism when we build knowledge based on our five senses, on our practical experience. We rely on subjective idealism when we use our reason, our logic. We rely on realism enriched by phenomenology when we base our knowledge on our senses, like empiricism, on our reason, like idealism, but also on multiple perceptions that we receive, on knowledge from other sources, intuitions, symbols, metaphors, etc. As stated by phenomenology, we receive multiple perceptions of reality, we confront them, and our common sense issues a final judgment. These three mechanisms of knowledge construction produce different cultural values and lead to different political economies. Empiricism generates individualistic cultural values, the backbone of the political economy of the right. Subjective idealism generates collectivist cultural values, the backbone of the political economy of the left. Realism, which incorporates the power of our spirituality, those 10 dimensions that we mentioned before, among them incorporates higher values, which are part of a culture of leadership. Which of the three sets of epistemologies, cultural values, and political economies produce better social outcomes? I did a statistical analysis of linear correlation, regression, and data mining in 60 countries, associating cultural values related to individualism, collectivism, and leadership with 6 social outcomes: wealth, human development, economic freedom, corruption, knowledge, and happiness. The correlation analysis shows that leadership values have the best correlation with the 6 social outcomes, as the screen shows, with 73 positive correlations, while individualistic values have only 26 correlations and collectivist values have only 16 positive correlations. Leadership values have only 9 negative correlations with social outcomes, while individualism has 92 negative correlations and collectivism has 54 negative correlations. These results are extremely important. Society should seriously question individualistic and collectivistic cultural values and focus on a culture of leadership. If you think about it, it's what our common sense would say. Individualism and collectivism, the right and the left, have limited epistemological foundations. Empiricism has no way to articulate perspectives that are not practical, sense-based. Subjective idealism cannot articulate non-rational chaotic information. It is unable to grasp the richness of reality. Empiricism and idealists have difficulty understanding each other, leading to social disintegration, relativism, fanaticism, and conflict. This leads some politicians to defend radical visions, particle visions, providing fragmented knowledge, incomplete information, sacrificing truth, promoting chasms that divide society, leading to continuous conflicts. This reduces human capital, impoverishes common knowledge and health. This reduces social capital, reducing confidence in the democratic system, weakening trust, generating lack of credibility, promoting populism, negatively impacting democratic institutions. This reduces the capital of renewal and process, leading to the situation of countries like Cuba, Venezuela, and Argentina, where the lack of work ethics of the sectors that depend on the state impoverishes the whole nation. A leadership culture is based on a realist epistemology. Each of us perceives reality differently. A realist epistemology helps us build mechanisms to integrate and harmonize people's perceptions to understand each other and build knowledge, maximizing human capital. A realist epistemology reduces the social division and fragmentation generated by the opposition between cultural values, ideologies, individualism versus collectivism, and opposing views of political economy, right versus left. Thus, social capital is maximized. There's no room for endless social fragmentation, radicalization, and confrontation if each person and community has leadership supported by a realist epistemology that helps us to connect internally and with others, to share knowledge, to build shared wisdom, share transcendence, to discover that we are valuable, to share higher values, to build relationships, share discernment, social transformation, social healing, social action, and social change. We live in a complex and diverse world where we need to articulate everyone's knowledge in complex organizations and nations. Diversity enriches organizational and national visions, but it is a challenge. Hence, we need a realistic epistemology to maximize intellectual capital. I wish our politicians could change their agendas, stop focusing on the right versus the left, and focusing on how to maximize our human social renewal and process capitals, how to educate society by promoting a culture of leadership, promoting economic growth and social justice. Thank you very much.